There is this uncomfortable sensation of wanting more from life, but not really knowing what it is. There is a deep seeker inside us who wants more from life, but we cannot really see the direction or the goal. It wants great things from us, but we don't know really what they are. There may be a phase when we are achieving success, goals, we go towards our dreams, but then it's all lost and we are lost in life, in the middle of huge ocean, trying to hold on to anything we see near. It's truly terrifying. And it made me thinking, and I realized that I was wondering about wanting more from life, but not knowing what it is. What does it mean to want something? It's different from needing something because we need water, we need food, we need sleep, but wanting something is kinda beyond the reach of survival. It's when we truly live. It's when we experience life to the fullest. We may be spoiled, we may be like a child, but I think that comes with being alive, that we want more from life and not just survival. If you want something, you have this deep desire inside of you. If it's a school, a project, a partner, or anything, we want it so much that we are willing to sacrifice something for it. And I think that's the deep definition of wanting something. It's being able to or wanting to sacrifice for your desires. If you don't want to sacrifice anything or very little, then then you don't really want it. And maybe just your parents want it, or your friends, or society. What does it mean to want something deeply? It comes from your heart, from your soul. It comes from deep within you. The deep desire, the want, the push towards something. For example, Jordan Peterson says that when you have a problem in life, when you really care about something, then you should focus on it because it's your problem. If you, for example, care about human rights or environmental issues or politics, social issues, or really anything, those are your problems. They speak to you and you want to do something with them. But that's your journey and not anybody else's. So receiving advice for anybody else is kinda meaningless. If you want something deeply, then that's your journey and you need to figure out why you want it deeply and how to go to the end. Should we want something deep or shallow? For me, I'm a pretty introverted, so I really want deep things. I want deep conversations, deep relationships, deep goals, deep dreams, and shallow things don't really interest me. But there are definitely people who, for example, there's this analogy: if you would like to visit one huge lake and you just go into the depths in it, or if you wanted to visit 100 smaller lakes and to taste each of them. For me, from this analogy, I would go for the 100 lakes, but at the same time, when one lake would interest me very much, then I would want to go deeper and explore it. For example, in my life, I explored many things from programming to drawing to anything you can name. But at the same time, nothing really interested me. But what interested me was this intellectual world of Jordan Peterson, Stephen Fry, Sam Harris, Christopher Hitchens. That's my lake. That's my space, and I feel very comfortable with. But if, for example, you are this kind of person who wants to experience everything and doesn't want to really be tied up to anything, then I think that's pretty relevant and pretty valuable to know. What influences us to choose either deep things or shallow things? It may be society, it may be our upbringing, it may be our social group, but especially it's kind of how we are wired personally, what personality traits do we have, if we are more extroverted or more open or more conscientious. It really depends on us. But for example, the expectations from society or from our parents, the money side of things is, for example, what career should we choose? Money definitely plays a huge part in it. And also a status. For example, if you want to be a lawyer or a doctor, it definitely brings more status than being garbage man. But I'm not really complaining about garbage men because we need them. They are the crucial part of the society. So be a garbage man if you want to. Is it alright to just get by in life? For me, I think I like to call myself a deep thinker or someone who goes in depth in various topics. And for me, it's not really possible because I overthink a lot. I think a lot about literally everything. So for me, I need to go in depth generally in everything. I need to explore everything. I need to know everything. But for example, if you just want to have a decent life, if you just don't want to bother anyone, if you just want to get by, it's really up to you. I'm not really saying that we should do something. I'm just saying that we should ask questions about what we really want and if it's really for us. What should you do if you want more from life, or what should we do? I think we need to be more responsible. We need to take care of our bodies, our minds. We need to be more diligent, more conscientious, and take life at the same time more seriously, but at the same time more playfully. Because to enjoy life, we need to treat it kind of like a game. It's not that serious, we are gonna die, and in the end, it's just a beautiful dream. How to deal with the sensation of not knowing what you want when you, deep inside you, you have this feeling of wanting something deep. You are the deep thinker. You shouldn't be satisfied, or you are not satisfied with shallow things. Then what should you? You should definitely look inwards. You should start journaling. You should start be more mindful of what you want. Maybe what should you want? And who says what you should want? And you should definitely be more comfortable with the feeling of being uncomfortable and the feeling of not knowing what do you want, especially when you want deep things, when you have this secret inside you, when you long for something, when you reach out your hand and you cannot really see what's there, but there is something. And as Iro said, if you look for the shadow, if you look for the darkness, that's all you ever going to see. If you look for the light, you need to go far, but in the end, you will definitely find it. So don't be so hard on yourself for wanting the same thing as other people, or not wanting the same things as other people if you want deep things or shallow things. Don't judge yourself for your own feelings. Your feelings tell you something deep about yourself. You cannot really choose what do you want or what do you desire, but you can definitely choose your own path and how do you approach it. You are you, surprise, and you have your own path, and you should fill it with things you find fulfilling and satisfying and meaningful. Don't let other people to tell you what you should find meaningful, because that's the thing about meaningful things. We don't really choose them. It feels like your favorite color. It chooses us.